Look at you over there enjoying your crypto portfolio, baby dolls. Welcoming you back to Crypto's Juiciest News. That's right, I've got my green new LED glasses. We're going to absolutely cranky G once we get over this Jeet range. Unfortunately, that's actually what's been going on right now. There is a Jeet range going on because for some reason, as Bitcoin climbed up to $68,000, some giant scum whale Jeet dumped $600 million in one click. One click. Bang! That is it. It was on its nuclear rise and then smack down. Wow, man, that's amazing. Just full on liquidated. Oh, that's amazing. Look at this. If you were long, man, this is your invalidation point, right? You're like, oh, sweet. It's going to be great. No, poof, like that. I wouldn't be surprised if it was foul play from exchanges, but that's the type of life you live if you're playing this game of trading leverage. And let me tell you now, we're going to remind you a lot because trust me, this is going to save you. You will see a lot of high profit P&L screenshots. That is like a gambler wins somewhere, you know, at some casino, and they just come out and they show you, hey man, I won $4,000 tonight. Sweet, I won $4,000. Yeah, what's your record? What's your record? Okay, and obviously there's going to be a couple of people, yeah man, we get it. There's about 50 to 100 guys, best traders on crypto Twitter. Sweet, 50 to 100. Okay, how many dead bodies are there? There are over 500,000, and I'm not even joking. Okay, so I'm here to help you. So right now, the Bitcoin price is around $66,000, friends. I mean, there is a lot to celebrate. Gonna get mogged. They will be mogged, I promise you. The non-believers, friends, are gonna get mogged so hard. Because, like, I actually had one of our friends here. So Mr. Cekay, he came out. I think he's been missing for a while. Mr. Cekay, he messaged, he said, he goes, Sammy, I've noticed something weird. The price is going up, but everybody's quiet. Everyone's leaving. What's going on? And I had to tell him, and I'll tell you, that is what they call a disbelief pump. That's what it is. It's because everyone is so despondent after watching this range for so long. If you look at the Bitcoin range, okay, I know they're just weekly charts, but man, this is a long time period. Nothing's happened for a long time. You're like, my gosh, 230 days. Friends, we were here, around here, in Feb. Literally Feb of this year, around this zone. Yeah, around the 60s. We're still in the 60s, okay, you know? So once we finally break up out of the channel, which I'll show you just now. Once we finally break up out of this channel, it's go time, of course. Everyone's waiting to see, can you break out of the channel? It all came to the stonk market. Once again, Mr. Stonk Market. You know, S&P 500 does this poopy little 1%. I mean, friends, this is what everybody's going wild over. Like, oh, no, the stock market did 1%. Dude, in the crypto you want to own, it costs you 1% just to click in. You know, you've already lost a percent just by you click in because you're playing for much higher. But yeah, you're dealing with trillions, friends, over here. This is the Russell 2000. It's ready to go, man. It's just like, can you just hurry up and go? But what is this arrow, by the way? This arrow is the average of all previous cycles, okay? The average time. So we were meant to be doing this. If you get the average of maybe 2012, 2016, 2020, the Russell 2000 would have been doing that by now. But, I mean, we're right here. Maybe we do it in a few weeks. We'll find out soon. Others, BTC, once again, ticking down lower, grinding along this range. Yeah, I mean, like, it really is. It's just building up so much frustration in everyone's hearts, friends. But I'll tell you this. The same information I've told you for years. In a Bitcoin halvening year, nobody retires. No one. Yeah, you got Ansem, he made 100 million. Yeah, you got Morad, he's got 24 million. Yeah, there's two people there, man. You know, there are 530 million people in crypto. Okay, so you can identify the top 5,000 people. There's still 499 million out there. They don't retire, 99.9%. It happened in 2012, no one retired. 2016, no one retired. 2020, no one retired. Nobody. In 2020, we had a DeFi season. You kind of could have retired, but not really. What you retired with was a big fat stack of ETH. A lot of the DeFi founders just dumped all their tokens for ETH, but because they helped so much adoption on Ethereum, they were given some biased favoritism, right? You know, synthetics and Chainlink, because they helped bring all this stuff to enhance Ethereum and Uniswap, all these, and then yeah, they just dumped the crap out of their coins for ETH, which is eventually what happened. Unfortunately, all the people who are still holding get destroyed. And right now, the Ethereum chart, friends, the Ethereum price is still deserving of that brown emoji. We still could be at that generational bottom. You know, generational bottoms, they don't last. They don't last a short time, man. They take a while to rinse out. This is it right now. We're still maintaining our stance here. ETH still grinding along. A lot of people worried what's going on. Every time something happens differently. There's a new Jeet in some other area. Something else gets people's attention, and then people question it. It happens. Eventually, man, just run out of buyers. That's why you can't get a more perfect bottom signal than Unisoy here. Bearish for ETH. Unichain launch damages Ether's value. And I'm thinking, no, it doesn't. Why does it, dude? Most people hold ETH because they just believe in ETH ecosystem. It's got nothing to do with I'm gonna need gas in the future, right? It's in fact you're gonna need less gas in the future because you're trying to make them upgrade more. Okay, but people who understand this, they're the ones who are long, and people who don't, they're the ones who are gonna cry later. Now I'm gonna go through some interesting news of the day, friends. We'll cover all the news today. We'll get cranking onto it. So Bitcoin, right, hit that $68,000 mark. Everyone's wondering, you know, is this the end of the move? Every single time these things stop, friends. But this is the Bitcoin monthly chart. On the monthly chart, it looks fine, doesn't it? This is it. That Bitcoin monthly chart. It takes a while to climb on through. There's a lot of liquidity, of course. It shows you, though, how thin the market is really. A $600 million spot. You're like, wait a minute. How does a $600 million trade exit, how does that impact a $1.3 trillion asset? There you go. Liquidity is very thin, friends. And I've got to remind you, Michael Chad Saylor cannot exit Bitcoin in one go. You don't have enough Bitcoin. There's only like 13,000 BTC on the bid for a 2% spread. Maybe there'll be like 100,000 if you go all the way there. Maybe. I don't even know how much there really is. If you look at all the bids, how much is willing to buy, is willing to sit there on the bids. If Coinbase want to exit, or Michael Chad Saylor, which I'll show you now, friends, actually just brings me into my next point. Look at the distribution of Bitcoin, man. So, you know, friends, whenever the topic of any altcoin comes out, there's always a mid-curver. And what they do is they apply end game maturity characteristics to an early investment, and they always get it wrong. So, obviously, the best time to buy Bitcoin was when Satoshi owned 100% of the coins. That was literally, mathematically, statistically, the correct thing. Okay, if there are 1,000,001 BTC, Satoshi owns literally 100%, and there's just one on the market. Next, you buy it. That's it. You buy it. That's the best time to get in when he's doing it. Now, you might say, oh, but you couldn't buy it back then. Yeah, no. You're still spending money. You had to spend your time to learn this, right? There's a cost of your labor, and you didn't even know what you were learning. You didn't even know there was a payout, and you had to spend electricity. Of course, electricity was like 10 cents, but that's the truth. The truth is that's the best time to buy it. Now, look at this. Look at all the top Bitcoin holders in the world. Binance has 670,000. Rocketeer has 370,000. Grayscale has 250,000. Michael Chad Saylor has 250,000 Bitcoin. The US government, 200,000. Chinese government. You see all these fans? Look at this. EOS, 164,000. Okay, so you want to talk about centralization of ownership? And you might say, oh, but it's not that bad compared to the altcoins. Chill out. Please tell me how we are going to live in a world where CZ, Rocketeer, Michael Saylor, and the Chinese government with EOS, the scam ICO, how are they going to own 5% of all the world's property and money? How does that work out? Hey, CZ, you own you're the most wealthiest man on the earth. By the way, they're not including Richard Hart in there, and they're not including Max Kaiser, and they're not including Roger Ver. You see, you're like, is that how history is going to be written? These dudes bought an internet currency? You might say, yeah, it might be. I don't know, man. America got the guns. Do you see what I mean, friends? I'm just showing you that the story and the narrative is more important than the facts. People are buying into the story. That's what they're buying into. Fix the money, fix the world. That story is Satoshi, like the divine intervention. It's like Jesus coming out. It's like saying, I'm going to own all these coins and I'm going to let them go. Goodbye. You see, it's just that's what you're buying into. That story is it's like the creation story, man. You're never going to get that again. And I even write here, of course, it's all just a meme, but who cares? That's it, man. It's all just a meme. Who cares? And shout out to LilDonDon as well. Shout out to the Apu family. I think about this a lot. An imaginary rat race for Bitcoin created by a mystery figure seems totally practical US government. Hell, the entire global financial system will all bend the knee. Inflationary failed peer-to-peer cash Ponzi will be the reserve currency. Yeah, see, friends, we understand it because we know all they're just to get rich. We know they are, but this just keeps going and going and going. And then, but that's part of the argument. The argument is eventually they distribute around. I don't know. I don't know about that. Do you know about that? We'll see. So, again, as I mentioned to you before, Michael Saylor, they can't all exit. They cannot exit. They will literally send Bitcoin down to like 99%. However, you might say that there's a lot of people willing to buy it off them. Yes. But how do you really know that? You don't know that. You're just making an educated guess. You could just think, oh, it's a bull market. People will buy. It's got a big story. What you're saying is there's a price too low. You're saying that, but you don't really know. You're just saying, okay, there's a price too low for Bitcoin, and if you sent it down to $600, which is a 99% drop, there'll be a lot of buyers there. Okay. What about altcoins, though? What about altcoins? It's because, you know, what's happening, friends, is you in your mind, and me too, we are looking at Bitcoin. There's 320 million people in the network, and we're looking at its age. And we're like, oh, okay, so if you sell this down 99%, it shouldn't be there. Okay. Take another altcoin. What about Doge? Maybe same thing. Should Doge go down 99%? Okay, what if someone sold it down there? What if Hex went down 99%? It did. You see? What if the community still stays there? So basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to look at the price and look at the people holding the megaphone up. Are they still alive and active? So you already know there's prices too low and there's prices too high. That's it. It's not about like, oh, PDI, can it go to $1? All these other stories and narratives, we all fixate on them because that's what brings everybody in. But everything has a price too low and a price too high. And you're trying to figure that out alongside everybody else. But as I tell you all the time, friends, you will never see that price too high if you're a Jeet. You never even get close to it. You have to believe. Tesla, friends, have moved. Look at this. Tesla have moved their Bitcoin. And I reckon there's going to be like a shifty Elon Musk type of tweet coming soon. They moved 225 million of BTC to a new address. So what actually happened is, friends, I can't believe people forgot this already. Let's go back to the chart. Elon Musk bought Bitcoin and then dumped 75% of it in the bear market. People don't even believe it. So this is the Bitcoin price chart. Elon Musk bought here, okay, and then when it came back to 28K here, he sold 75%. He sold it here, he announced it, we went down further, we got macked, and he never bought back in. Okay, he literally never bought back in. Look at that. Smartest man in the world. You buy, I don't believe, come back out, whee, now it's up higher. Now it's up higher. Now, what do you do with the other money? I don't know. Maybe invested it. But just showing you, man, I don't care if you're the smartest person in the world. I don't care. There are prices too high and there are prices too low. He sold Bitcoin at a price too low. Okay? Maybe over the month, over that 7-month period, it was a price high for him. But now it's not. That's why I told you, friends, if you're selling crypto, you're betting against time. You are betting against time. That's it. There's an adoption rate. They're debasing the currency. You're hoping the calendar never turns a page. Literally. You know, so remember, he never bought back in. He's got 25% of his stash. We'll see what they do. Now, Grayscale, friends. Grayscale, they have filed to convert a large fund into an ETF. So it will be Bitcoin, Ethereum, Soy, XRP, and Avalanche, right? And I've got to remind you, Grayscale are a grifter curse on the crypto industry. Pretty much, just don't type grifters, total, really expensive, garbage, backstabbing the industry, just total dog shit. You know what I mean? I'm just they used to be championed as like, thank you, you're bringing TradFi into it. And then we saw what really went on. Like, oh, you're just running a Ponzi like everything else, and you're garbage, and you're charging a lot of fees to your customers, and you're just a bunch of dudes in suits jerking each other off, walking around. So they're trash. We don't need them. Unfortunately, they got a lot of Bitcoin still, right? But if they got that fund, it would be monumental. Why? Because we'd get the first XRP, Soy, and Avalanche ETF. So it will be technically in there, you know, but you know, if we got something like that, of course, that'd be a trap, of course. But you never know. Maybe top signal coming out later. I mean, we're always wondering, friends. I thought Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF would be the top signal, but they're the actual drivers of the undertone of this bull market. So what's going to be the top signal? I guess we'll find out later. Cripple, friends, they're making a stablecoin called RLUSD. Now, everyone's XRP army, man, I love yous. I do love yous from the bottom of my heart. You've shown the crypto industry a lot of what happens if you just commit. If you just stay there and you refuse to leave, and you know your coin does nothing. I know they get offended by that, bro. Just sit down, okay, your coin does something. It doesn't do anything, dude. I don't use it. By the way, I don't use Bitcoin except for number go up. So your coin's purpose is number go up. You believe that's some sort of proxy representation of Ripple and the XRP army, which it is. Now, this is the link XRP ratio, friends. I still think one day it's going to trade at 1. I still have this on here because, I mean, Swift, they're in Chainlink. But focusing on XRP, they've released this stablecoin RLUSD, and it's going to be on all the major exchanges, right? Obviously they're paying them. But they're paying them with XRP investor money. This is sad, man. Like, they're dumping XRP to make money. They give that money. They've got $1 billion in their balance sheet. Now they're going to give more money, which they've dumped. To get it, they dumped XRP. They're going to give it to the exchanges. They're just going to put the stablecoin out. Now, here's the sad part. I haven't read about it, but I almost guarantee what they're going to be doing is collecting money for the RLUSD and then just doing what Tether do. Buying US Treasury bonds and earning income yield. Which is the most self-serving, disgusting thing of all. Crypto holders don't benefit. Nobody benefits. No one. Ripple benefits. It's 100% self-serving to Ripple. It is, you know. Oh, but hey, maybe you're an insider in Ripple and you know they're going to use the income from that to pump up the bags. Maybe. I don't know. Do you know? Let us know. You're going to need a lot more than what they're going to be making off stablecoin stuff. So it's very obvious, friends. XRP Chain only has $300,000 of daily volume. A lot of people, it's not FUD. It's actually real. Okay, I assumed it'd be $1 million by now, but it's less than what it was a year ago. And yeah, it's funny and sad. Whatever Ripple did, they own 80% of the tokens. All the coins on XRP Chain, they copied Ripple. All of them have 80-90% ownership because they all thought this is going to be a mad chain and everyone's going to... They think there's a product market fit out there of people who are as retardio as they are. I'm not joking, okay? And if you're an XRP holder, I'll say it to your face. You're assuming everyone in crypto is going to buy a token where one institution owns 90% and is dumping because you did it, okay? But look, I've got to remind you, man, the only reason why XRP is on the map is because of this 1 year where it did this 600x pump. This is it. 2017, 678x pump. But now you're dealing with this, man. I really hope you guys freaking just go up. Please just go up, man. Just please. I want to see XRP. I want to see it at 300 billion market cap. You know what? You want to know why? Because then that's the new standard for meme coins. We're like, okay, if a useless coin like XRP, where the founders are dumping on you literally 24/7, and if that's out there, okay, sweet. Doge's new ceiling should be 300 billion plus. And same for all the other coins as well. So that's what we want. That's like, I use XRP. It's kind of like my barometer for, okay, if people want little crypto values, but being in a crypto and just getting dumped on like a stock market guy, this is how big we can possibly grow. Which is good, man. Like the 20 billion market cap. The 20 billion. That's my friends. Like if you're in Pika on PulseChain, okay, if you're on Pika, okay, here's Pika on PulseChain, zipping up here. Let me just change to the market cap chart. Sometimes if it doesn't trade here, it doesn't show you the market cap. But I use this because it's the full chart. What's it at? 9.8 million market cap. Like, hey, there's a market of $20 billion of retardios out there who've been in this thing for years. And that's why we're looking at PulseChain. Okay, PulseChain, friends, having a tumble for the past 24 hours. Okay, but who cares, man? You're looking at this. So it's all nice and green. PLS is 800 million market cap. You shouldn't be down there. Hex is 1.3 billion. Shouldn't be down there. XRP like 20 billion. These things are 20x undervalued. So that's why if Pulse was 10 billion, if it did a 12x trend, I know a lot of Jeets don't want to get out. Oh, I did a 10x. I'm like, we are not expensive. Okay, I don't sell low. This is selling low. If XRP by that point might be 30 or 40 billion. I'm not sending Pulse at 10 billion when XRP is 30 or 40. Hell no. Ripple, friends, I do a lot of self-serving acts, and it just kind of helps you align with everything else. By the way, once again, the XRP army, I really want you to pump. I want you, trust me, however hard you want XRP to pump, I am praying. I've got green candles for you. I'm going to light a candle for the XRP army, okay? And I won't even do that for certain other characters and anti-Somi people. But XRP army, you deserve the biggest pump of all, okay, for the biggest lashings. However, in a non-financial advice way, if I had a lot of XRP, I would consider doing something like, okay, you'd barbell it. So I'd have, okay, XRP. I would have 10% in Chainlink. So if I had, let's say I had 10 grand in XRP. I put 1 grand in Chainlink. Why? Because that is now chosen by Swift. And if that Link XRP ratio goes up, it means Link is going to outperform. So you have 10 grand in there. Okay, sweet. That's a utility DeFi mid-curve thing. Okay, sweet. Then I would put 10 grand into like Pulse and PulseX and Hex. Just split it up. Okay, just, 1 grand into them. Why? Because if memes and cults continue, you have exposure to a chain that at least is going to benefit from that and Slingshot. And there you go. And you can leave your 8 grand in XRP. So you have 10, you put a 1 grand into the DeFi mid-curve thing like Chainlink, and then based off the Link XRP ratio, and leave 1 grand in PulseX and Hex. That's what I would do. And I'm like, sweet. If the market continues to like pump in the way it's been going, and they're going to pump hard in XRP, okay, sweet. You can sell and buy more XRP later. Okay, so just showing you, friends, you have strategies you can do where you don't have to go all in on one coin. You don't have to just fully sell one thing and just liquidate and Jeet and move around. For the whole industry, news here as well, CEX spot volume was down 22% in September, which we're not surprised, went down. That's what happens, friends. When prices go down, there's low volume everywhere. And when prices go up, there's lots of high volume. So, I mean, the index works opposite. Stock market, it grinds through highs. Slowly, and all the volatility comes at the bottoms, right? So because there's forced liquidations, and then you have a lot of people who want to come in as well, and they want to buy companies up for cheap because they know the stock market meme, right? It's fundamentals. If you're a Solana holder, you got to know this, man. It's just funny, man. Everyone gives this zero weight. Why? This is big. FTX and Alameda have redeemed 178,000 soy, $28 million. They will be dumping it. They're already sending it to Coinbase or Binance. They have 1.1 billion of SOL left. And if your target for SOL, and I think most of it gets unlocked in March. So, if SOL is up 3x from here, they've got 3.3 billion. And if you want to know, friends, let's say in PulseChain, because we know relative measures out here, they are like Rectum Michelle. Okay, so if maybe PulseChain, you divide it by 10 or 20. So it's like someone was exiting a $25 to $50 million position. Maybe up to $100 million position of Pulse. It's like that. Okay. It might be less weight to the 100 million number for Pulse and more towards the 25 million. Almost like half a Rectum Michelle around there, because they have a lot of CEX listings, and a lot of you get absorbed by a lot of leveraged trader retardios who don't know, like they're trading and they're spinning their wheels, and these people get distributed and dunked on without knowing. It's amazing how it happens, friends. So, you want to know how we all win? Like you're wondering, how do we all win? We all dump on each other. No. When your coin is on a CEX, like Binance and Bybit, okay, there are traders all around. They don't care what the ticker is. They're trading like their own indicators and just arbitraging and just doing whatever the hell they're doing, okay? When they're leaving bids there, you and I, we're selling on them in Euphoria, okay? Because they don't plan to hold the token for the whole range. So what I'll do is I'll actually show you this. Actually, it's what the WankOff Pattern is, friends. Let's use this chart. So let's say we have a coin. Let's say Pulse goes up, literally, Pulse goes up 80x. It's up 80x here, friends. Now, up at 80x, more like it does this big triangle and then pop. Okay, now it's up 80x. In this zone, it doesn't just go bang. Okay, what happens is there is a distribution, right? Distribution like this. Okay. Now, what happens is this range attracts all these people. There are volume traders, RSI traders, and remember, we're doing a long time frame period. Because if you zoom in, these people, friends, it doesn't actually look like that. If you zoom in, what it actually looks like is, look at this, you have it goes up, down, like up here. Okay, oh, comes back up. You see what I mean? Goes up here, pokes the bottom. Oh no, now we're gonna go up. You see this? Oh no, it's a double bottom. Come back up, pokes up the high, double top, come back down like this. You know what I mean? Like that. You see these ranges out here? In that range, those little jippity swiggly line stuff, you have all those bots. They're leaving bids. This guy's got a 10x leverage position. He leaves a bid. And what happens is, okay, if we go back to this range actually, remember that range up there? When it comes up and it does this, they all have their stops here. Okay, they all have their stops here. Once everything is finally distributed on, you end up finding out, okay, we've run out of buyers, and then this thing has, bang, a capitulation down. Now you have your Wyckoff pattern. Actually, friends, if you want to know something, this is how we know we all got scammed in Bitcoin back in the 2021 bull market, which I can show you right now. Does this look familiar at all? Does this look familiar? It's exactly what I just drew. You go up. This was the Chinese scum miners, friends. You remember the Chinese scum miners F2 pool? They were dumping like 28,000 BTC, and they were paying, man, it was just like aggressive. They were paying for all this Bitcoin bullish marketing. They were paying for like marketing to say, oh, Bitcoin's going to 300K. They're putting all this garbage. They were the ones distributing here. Bang, 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 bang. And look at this. Once the range was finally over, what happens? China banned. See us? Bang. You see that? All the insiders, just full on filth. You see that? It's classic Wyckoff. This is market stuff. This is just how it works out here. But look what happens. If you and I are selling in Euphoria, look what we're selling on. We're selling on all the short-termers. It's people, friends, and here's the thing. They're not listening to you and me. They're like, oh, I can't come back and buy Pulse at day one sack or below. I can't do that. I'm now forced to throw in money and leverage trade and do a 2x and scalp around and high volume activity. That's what ends up happening, friends. That's how they end up trading themselves into a trap. And then when they eventually get destroyed on the way down because they realize, oh crap, I was actually trading in Euphoria, which they never realized until the very end. So begins the cycle all over again. And then of those people, some of them realize, oh crap, I actually have to buy low. I'm not missing out on the next bull market. I am speaking to an audience right now. If you're listening out there, I think like 80% of you was that person in 2021. You came in at the top, someone shows you a coin, that's how you hear about it. And then like you're playing in the madness. You're like, what the hell is all this? Everything goes down. Some of you discover me. And I'm like, hey, this is actually normal. Yeah, it's going to be painful for 2, 3, 4 years, but I'm long with you. And we're going to make it. Okay, that's all we have. We literally just have blind faith and hope. We're like, hey, this is how cycles work. It's happened 3 or 4 times before. It's like a sleepy time and a daytime. And there's a global liquidity index. And that's why, friends, everyone loves and appreciates me just like I love and appreciate you. When I show you this information like, hey, do you want to know what drives the cycle? It's this global liquidity index, which is actually ticking down right now, funny enough. But it's this global liquidity index that goes up over time. That's why I'm here. I'm feeding you high-value content, the highest value content. I'm here to tell you that they have to print money. Liquidity gets injected. They eventually have to cut rates. However much of a problem you think you have, the US government has 1 million times bigger of a problem. They have like a $20 trillion debt, and the interest is getting big, and there's mouths that have to be fed. You see this? Once you start to know this, you're like, oh, crap. Okay, so this is not a bubble that's popped and never going to reflate again. This is a bubble that will reflate again with higher odds than if it was just like a bio stock that went down to zero. Okay, friends? And now that's how we have these cycles. Now you become a long-term holder, and that big pool of short-term traders, they're going to come again in the next bull market, and then not all of them are going to learn their lesson, but a portion of them will. And if we keep rolling on this scenario, baby dolls, if we keep rolling it over, this is the Bitcoin chart. If we keep rolling over that scenario, eventually we have a diminished gain. Why? Because more and more people are learning, oh, this thing just goes up over time, right? So they continue to hold. You see? So in the next bear market, let's say Bitcoin hits 250K, goes back down to 80. You won't have people selling it from 80 down to 10. Why? Because they're like, oh, crap, the money printer, and I'm just going to hold it. I remember that's what happened last time, you see? And that's how the volatility slows down over time. That's how the thing gets more fairly distributed. But if you're waiting for the volatility to get less, if you're waiting for the distribution to look fair, you've missed out on the gains, haven't you? Check out this Pikachu photo, friends. This is Pikachu. He's got an X here. Maybe he got violated by this Pokeball. Remember, I do have my new trusty Pokeball. Catching one friend at a time, friends. Catching one of you at a time. I want you to think about new projects, all right? Because you're going to see a lot of new stuff, and it's going to get exciting, and retail's going to make money. Listen carefully to what Richard Hart said back in 2021. I think it was around then. Shout out to PulseChain Die for this clip, okay? We're going to listen carefully.
All these people that look at early projects and say bad things about new projects are missing the largest opportunity that has ever existed.
You see that? Richard Hart. You're missing opportunity, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to map an early project from its finishing point. You're not considering the growth. You're not. Would you go to an 8-year-old and test his driving skills at 8 years old? What if he crashes the car? Would you judge them? You go, you're the worst driver ever, dude. Just leave the house. Leave the house. I'm not even going to bother feeding you, my son. You don't deserve food. You can't drive the car. You crashed the car. Now, obviously, that's very obvious. Like, duh, the kid's going to be 18 one day. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The coin's going to be 18 one day. The coin's not 18 today. The coin's only 8 years old. Hex is only 4 years old. Bitcoin's 15. Okay, Hex is maybe 5 years old. Whatever, you get the point. Pulse is like not even 2 years old. You see? You're trying to look at fair distribution and how things look at. You're like, no, that's the end point. But to get to that end point, we start a certain way, and there's a certain energy and activity that takes you there. And that's why, friends, if you listen to Richard Hart early stuff, a lot of people can take him the wrong way. But look, he showed how most people, they're looking for the wrong things to buy and own crypto. They're not doing it right. They're thinking like, oh, remember Hex? I remember Hex's biggest talking point. Low volume. The volume's low. It's a scam. Dude, low volume is the most bullish thing you could see. High volume is trash. You want to know why? Because it means higher velocity. It means a lot of people are used to just trading the thing around. You don't want to see exceptionally high volume. It actually means it's near the end. It means the non-believers are in. You know, crypto bottoms on low volume. It rounds off because there's an oversupply at the bottom. Okay? There's no trading around, just dies. That's why Bitcoin and everything rounds off at the bottom. Rounds off at the bottom. At the top, there's high volatility, high volume. Okay? Now, obviously, sometimes there are some exceptions and stuff because a lot of people trading, they can peel away their stack and stuff along the way. But I'm talking about in a general sense, okay? This is a GIF of Richard Hart spinning. Friends, check out this AI. It's also amazing. Whee! How good is this, man? It's even got his shadow. Whoa. Wow. So AI, wow, man. Wow. Talking about memes and cults without mentioning Richard Hart coins is like talking about crypto without mentioning Satoshi. So I've said that here for you. Just to like show you, friends, I'm gonna make actually a whole video for you. I'll just give you a snippet. Morad, if he's watching as well, Morad, one of your things is you got a critical error in one of your filters. Okay, now doesn't matter. The coins can still pump or whatever. I'm not saying things won't go up, but his critical filter, and I have to make a whole video episode on this, is this last thing. Look what he says. Buy meme coins that can become very big. Buy coins that have undergone multiple minus 70%. Study coins that spent a long time under 10 million. Study coins which have people hustling for free. Use this scanner to check distribution. That, my friends, is a fatal flaw, okay? That is a fatal flaw. If you actually look for fair distributions, you will miss out on basically everything that's ever pumped. I'm not joking. I'm not joking, okay, friends? So we're going to discover more of that. And that's Bitcoin, Ethereum, yeah, I got examples out the yin yang. Bang, 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 bang. I go, oh, yeah, you were looking for fair distribution? Brother, wrong industry, wrong idea, wrong mindset. You missed everything. If you bought the fair distribution stuff out here, you get your Zcash and all this other garbage that never pumped. Also, shout out to Mr. Rocketeer. I just noticed this as I'm scrolling down, friends. By the way, just to let you guys know, I scroll through comments when I make my videos live. So I don't do these on purpose. So sometimes people think like, oh, he showed us this for a reason. No, sometimes, friends, it's all live. I know sometimes they're like really on topic and they're related to something I was already talking about. It's amazing. They are all flukes. It's all magic. It's part of the magic. I'm not doing anything on purpose. Sometimes I'll just see people on here. I'm like, I'll just keep scrolling through, right? But look at this. Rocketeer. He's talking to Ivan on tech. Wow, look at this gift, man. This is amazing. So what's in here? You want develop. So he's talking about Morales. So shout out to Morales and Ivan. Wow. So yeah, obviously the symbiotic relationship. Wow, look at this thing pumping in the background. This is really good, sir. I like seeing these colors. Look at all these. There's a Pokeball in the background. Everything's going nuts. You see this, man? They don't have these. By the way, all the coins are together. You don't have these on other chains. You know what? Want to know why? They're all fighting each other. Okay? They are all. You know, in the other chains, friends, they have like this unwritten law, don't fight other projects. It's funny, in PulseChain, some projects do fight the others, but when they come together, it's like blood family. It's like the strongest family bond ever. It's really volatile. It's as volatile as it charts. Check out what happened today as well, friends. Do you remember I said to you that the Hawk Tour girl, she's getting really close to releasing a meme coin. She's like been building up to it. Look what she did. Look what she said. Good morning, X. I hear it's a meme super cycle. Look what she did, friends. She's got a hawk there for Hawk Tour. She's got the dog with hat here. She's got the Mog glasses. That's another coin here with the flute. She's got the SPX 6900. A lot of people like giving her shit for it as well. And I've written here, could it get any more cringe? Oh, man. Here we have Dr. Hexologist. He paused from giving us prostate exams. We deserve another minus 90% dip. Yes, sir. Oh, here we go. Shout out to this one. I love this video. I don't know why.
Okay, X, show me your best memes.
Oh, man, I ruined girls' bodies so hard with this face. Oh.
Okay, X, show me your best memes.
Man, I love the facial hair on it. It is really, really good. Thank you so much, friends. Oh, wow, we have Mr. Salty C fixed it. That's amazing, sir. Donald Trump in a Pikachu suit. That's amazing. Wow, we got the Pikachu DickWifButt. Thank you, sir. Thank you. See, this is amazing. I love all these things coming out. I actually have to repost that. That's glorious. And baby dolls, I want to remind you of this as well. Remember yesterday I covered Pooey. Remember SUI, friends call it Pooey. Pooey Foundation dumped $400 million of tokens. And it was funny. They did a very carefully worded post. They said, these are not insiders. None of the insiders are dumping. But if you read the post, there's dumping happening. There are people selling. They are offloading the tokens. There is a paid shield promotion circuit going on here. Yeah, all of that's happening, but the way they've worded it is they're saying, no, they're not insiders. They're supporters of the chain, okay? Shout out to VIKTOR. Shout out to VIKTOR, friends. You want to know funny, friends? VIKTOR. Okay, VIKTOR, he does a lot of the hyper schizo scalping. I don't know, VIKTOR, if you still do it, sir, but I joined this Discord, I think it was like a year or two ago. Maybe, I think it was before YouTube's, friends, before I was on YouTube. Maybe very beginning 2023 or end of 2022. And what I did was I joined in, and there was just obviously these cute little guys, just like cute little kids going in there trying to scalp their way. They think they're gonna make like a big account, turning like, you know, $1,000 into 40 grand. And I just started saying, look, man, the bear market it's when 2022. I go, listen, you will not outperform. You got to buy these spot altcoins. You got to buy. You got to accumulate as much as you can for the next 1 or 2 years. And you're going to make your 10, 20, 30x minimum, and they're going to absolutely go flying. Now, when I typed it in, they don't know who I am, friends, and everyone made a joke out of me. They kept whatever I just typed in there. They copy pasted it over and over and over again, right? So that's funny. They come in, I'll just make a joke about that, but like it's funny. You might be listening, you're like, hey, there's nothing jokey about that, but yeah, that's interesting because we're in a bear market. I'll just show you the price. I don't know if VIKTOR remembers that. The Bitcoin was down here. It was literally down here. All right, and I was just being mocked. I was joining Discord, I was being mocked. And all I was saying is, buy and accumulate. Bitcoin's going to go like, you know, maybe Bitcoin's going to go like 100K, you get an 8X. All these other things are going to give you like 16 to 32X if you're accumulating down here. You don't have to do any leverage. Just keep doing that. You're not going to out-trade it. You're not going to turn an account 32X higher with good probabilities at all. And yeah, it was just funny, man. Just seeing his name makes me think of those times again. But I'm showing he's getting more of the game now. So VIKTOR, look at this. This wallet stopped dumping yesterday, but received 10 million Pooey tokens again. This wallet receives its Pooey tokens from two wallets that have 430 million and $230 million worth of its tokens. So friends, just to let you know, VCs have games too. You know how they say, oh, there's a meme coin cabal. Yeah, but we can choose the cheap ones. Okay, we can make our own ones. We can make our own meme coins. All right. With these VCs, what they do is there's a 10-year or 5 or 10 year unlock schedule. Let's say 5 years. Okay. There's a twist though. They have a little clause in the contracts with the communities. Their tokens are staked. They say that these guys give them like $600 million worth of tokens, but they're allowed to dump the yield. And they're earning like 8% per year. So you think 10% per year. That's high. The staking starts high and goes down. So they give themselves all the tokens and then they dump the yield. So they're able to just pay themselves millions and millions of dollars throughout the bull, and then whatever the hell the price they give themselves at the end, they do. You see, so there's always a scheme. I hope you're having a light bulb moment in your head, like, oh wow, all the games are rigged against us. Yes, my friend, they're rigged against us. That's why we need to stick together. That's why I've got to protect you from all this junk, because they're all doing the same thing. Right? And they'll say, no, they use the words like foundation and white paper. And here's this 1 million follower guy. He likes us. Come on, bro. Where's your cult? You guys got no cult, okay? This was their words, right? Following an allegation of Pooey insiders dumping, Sui Foundation would like to respond directly to this individual. Of course, man. We know what's happening. Guys, you know, guys and girls, okay, we got a lot of ladies here. You know, no one cares about Pooey. No one cares, bro. You're 23 million FDV. How are you 26 times bigger than PulseChain? I haven't seen a single Pooey tattoo. I haven't seen a Pooey conference hosted by Matty Allen twice a year. Where's your 15-year staking lockup for users? Not for the VCs who got the tokens given for free. Where are they? I don't see that. Where's your 72 doxed face streamers? The only people that are doxed in Pooey, they are influencers who have a token release schedule. Oh, convenient. You have an audience of 500,000 people or more. Wow. Oh my gosh. Such a coincidence. They're the only people who are come on, man. I'm not saying they're evil or they're bad. I'm just saying they're liquid diarrhea poop. That's it. Liquid diarrhea poop. You know they're going to be around next cycle. You know if they drop 99%, no one's going to shield their bags. Bro, no one's even excited about your coin and it's going up. You think they're going to be excited when it's going down 99%? So I'm just helping you like think about this, friends. By the way, they got listed on Binance in 5 seconds. Golly gee, I wonder if they bribed Binance and all the other exchanges with tokens to be able to dump. I just can't figure out why it works. So whenever a cuck comes in and says, Richard Hart should be paying for the listing on Binance. No. Why? I don't want to give away my tokens. I'm not giving away my tokens. Screw you. Buy them off the market like everyone else. Satoshi did not give Bitcoin to the exchanges to list. Okay? They had to buy it off the market like everyone else. Binance, I've messaged them as well here. Not they're going to listen because I have like 15,000 people messaging them a second. Start listing Pulse for the sake of your customers. Or we'll just meme you out of existence because that's exactly what's going to happen. By the way, shout out to BitBoy. I know BitBoy talks about Pooey friends. Oh, so that's why BitBoy shielded Pooey hardest truck last days. Look, I don't know if Benny Boo has token unlocks. I don't know, friends. I want to let you just be aware of BitBoy. He's got a large following. He stacks his time and attention to larger market cap coins because they have bigger audiences, and it is a way of farming them, like getting the attention. It is out here, and it could be one of his strategies for marketing and branding and building. Now, here's the thing. I got to be honest with you, is because I know, oh yeah, he's just doing it to farm the followers. But I keep forgetting there are 90% of people who think, oh, this thing's actually going up. This guy's popular, right? Goes new people coming in. So, but look, man, the coin started going up. So these people, they can't be helped, man, because they see a coin going up. They're like, oh, it's great. They see a coin going down. Oh, it's poop. But they don't know that coin going up. Oh, it's great. No. That's the most it's going to go up. Or it's going to start getting distributed. Or you have opportunity cost. You see? So, like for example, right now, Bitcoin's going up, right? Almost $67,000. Hex is on the floor. Hex is down 98%. PulseX is on the floor. This is probably the final point, the best point to rotate all the bags from one bag to the other. I'm not saying to do that, but people won't believe it because people do linear into linear extrapolation. Because what people are seeing is they go, oh, this coin was going up. It will continue going up forever. And then what they'll do is as well, okay, they said, okay, that's going up and that's going up forever. And then if you go to like Hex, for example, okay, now imagine this is just the combined Hex price. What they've been looking at, they go, oh, this coin going down will keep going down forever. It's going to hit negative numbers. That's why the crowd is ultimately unreliable at the extremes of ranges towards these extremes. Because they're just basing next year from last year every single time. That's it. I am basing next year from last year based off our friendship, because that's the only way we're going to like it. Make sure you like, subscribe, bell button, and I'll catch you next one.